You know, people ask me all the time, yo, Patty, why is your gravel bike fluorescent green and pink instead of something like a gray or black? Well, the reason being is because it's Easter time around here in Chicago, and I'm like the Easter bunny, you know what I mean? Fertilizing eggs. And besides, I'm already black.
Yo, welcome back to the channel, boys and girls. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about a really cool cycling accessory brand called Marque Cycling. We're going to be talking about what it is that they do, who they are, and I'm also going to be sharing some of my thoughts about this brand. Oh, and by the way, if you are new to my channel, my name is Patrick Lino, and I am a cyclist here in Chicago who does bike reviews. I build bikes, and if you really want to support the channel, then the next time you get invited out to brunch, to a graduation, to a wedding, heck, even your own wedding, you tell them no. You have a bike to ride that day, because everybody knows riding your bike is way more important than having a social life. So without further ado, let's begin. So first and foremost, who is Marque Cycling? I really hope that I'm pronouncing that correctly. Well, Marque Cycling is a bike accessory company, and they offer a variety of handlebar tape, bike tools, pedals, and other really cool accessories. But what's really cool about this particular company is the company was created by cyclists for cyclists. So that means that they spent time working with other cyclists to develop, to design, and test all of their products using high quality materials. Now, full disclosure, Marque Cycling did send me out 2 sets of handlebar tapes to test and to review. And so we actually have 2 handlebar tapes that we're going to be talking about. The first one we have is the Tacky Tape, which is sort of their high performing handlebar tape. It's a little bit thicker than their other ones. And the second tape that they sent me as well is their Galaxy Tape. Now, the Galaxy Tape comes in a variety of different colors, and that's sort of your general all-purpose use handlebar tapes. Now, both of these tapes retail for the price of $25 USD, which in my opinion, I think is a really good deal and value, considering some of the handlebar tapes out there, who we're not gonna name, can run you anywhere between $40 and even $45 for a set of handlebar tape, which is pretty crazy. Now, being that your hands are one of the 3 contact points on the bike, of course, having comfortable hands and comfortable handlebars is extremely important. And I've used some of other tapes in the past that have been of lower quality. And to be honest, they were neither comfortable nor were they really grippy in the wet, which is what you want in a high quality handlebar tape. So first off, starting with the Tacky Tape. Now, like I said, this is their sort of high performing handlebar tape. And this one is really cool. This is actually the handlebar tape I'm going to end up putting on my gravel bike. Now this one, the length of it is 216 centimeters. The thickness, the actual thickness of the handlebar tape is about 3 millimeters thick. So it's going to be for your handlebars that you're going to be expecting to have a lot of comfort on for all day rides. Maybe not something you want to put on your crib bike or maybe your faster group ride bikes, but nonetheless, it's on the thicker side. And of course, it's grippy. It has your standard polyurethane material, and there's multiple layers on it, which makes up the thickness of it. And what's really cool about this is, like some of the other higher brand, the bigger name brand handlebar tapes out there, this one does have a little bit of stretch, which is important when you're wrapping the tape, because there are other brands out there that tell you to not stretch the handlebar tape when you are mounting it to your handlebars. Now, of course, the handlebar tape as well is water resistant, so this should be really good if you do find yourselves being stuck out in the rain. And like I said, I'm going to be putting this one on my gravel bike. And then the second handlebar tape that Marque Cycling sent out to me is their Galaxy Tape. Now this one is really cool because it has sort of this iridescent oil slick design, and it just matches perfectly to the paint job I have on my Velo Build 177 lightweight frame set. So I'm going to be putting this Galaxy Tape on that frame because it's going to look absolutely perfect, and it's going to just match and look super duper cool. Now with this one, like I said, this is their sort of all-purpose handlebar tape. Now this one, it is only 2.5 millimeters thickness, which I believe is sort of the typical standard for handlebar tapes. Now, of course, this one also stretches, so there shouldn't be any issues getting a really tight fit on your handlebars when you're mounting them. And just like the other tape, the Tacky Tape, this one should also be pretty resistant to water. So overall, I think for these 2 handlebar tapes, for being $25 each, you're definitely going to get a good value. But even though I'm talking about all the details and the specs, we still need to take it out on the road to test them to see how they actually are. So we're going to go ahead and get these handlebar tapes wrapped on my gravel bike, and then we're going to take it out for a spin and see how it actually performs.
Alrighty, boys and girls, so we are about at mile 20. We have another 20 miles to do before we return home. Yeah, we're just this week we're just kind of taking it easy because we have some harder efforts later on in the week from the time of this recording. But I got to tell you that last week was my hardest week-long effort that I've ever done in my whole entire career of cycling. And so yeah, for Monday and Tuesday, I'm just kind of taking it easy, just trying to kind of stretch out the legs, get everything working and going so that I'll be ready to crush it later on in the week. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at these handlebar tapes here. A big shout out to Marque Cycling for sending me out these handlebar tape. I really like them so far. I mean, you know, they are handlebar tape, so they do perform as you would expect. I would say the road feel, now granted I am wearing gloves, but the road feel of these tape kind of reminds me of something between super cas and lizard skin tapes, where you have the comfort and grip of super cas, but they just have a really good road vibration dampening of the lizard skins here. Another thing too is I know you guys want me to do a full-on review and build of my Yolio G21 gravel frame set. It is coming soon. The reason why I haven't done it yet is because I'm actually waiting on my set of Yolio gravel wheels directly from Yolio, because these NV wheels here, while I do love them a lot, these eventually do have to go back to the pros closet. But yeah, man, my bike looks super sick, right? Look at that thing, that looks so good. It looks really good here. Now, another thing I do want to touch on that that I am going to talk about later in a completely separate video is one thing that I didn't really pay attention to that I'm really enjoying now with my gravel bike is, oh my god, it's not, do I? What I really love about my gravel bike is on the days when you're not out there hammering it and crushing it, it's a really nice bike for endurance. It's just because it's super comfortable, obviously, right? Because it's a gravel bike by nature, so it's intended for endurance. But yeah, I really like it, man. And so I'm going to talk about this later on, but I want to let you guys know, yeah, that I am a fully gravel bike convert.
One more thing, guys, that I want to say before we wrap up today's video is, believe it or not, I actually do receive a lot of requests and offers from companies and brands where they want to send me out their products to review, usually meaning that they're going to give me the product for free. And I actually end up declining more offers than I do accepting. The reason being is because I want to make sure that any offers that I'm going to be receiving to review are going to be products that I would happily spend my own money on. And this is the case with Marque Cycling. For $25 for each of these handlebar tape, I think they're a really good value, and I think there's definitely a brand that you should consider for your next handlebar purchase. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave them down below, and I'm going to check you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.